Hi, welcome to our first The Practice Space online asana class. So the class I'm going to record is taken from the morning classes that we're currently doing. So many of you will know they're the lighter ones. They're not so physically strenuous. We're just working to get into the body, open the hips, get some movement. There is some dynamic bits and pieces in there. We have the sun salutation so that we can build some heat and strength in the body and hopefully some lightness. So you want to feel relaxed and open when we finish this practice. So don't push anything to strain. Be really mindful of your bodies. Any injuries or limitations that you have, don't push it. You want to leave this practice feeling better than you came to it. So we start lying down in Shavasana. So if you take your position and I will join you and we'll begin our class. Okay, thank you. So calming to lie on the mat in our Shavasana posture. And we're just going to take a moment to get our alignment right. So we're going to press into the heels, lift the pelvis off the mat, round your tailbone towards you. So rolling your pelvis this way, tilting it. Place it back down, and you should feel now more of the length of your spine in contact with the mat. We're going to lift up the head. You can lift your hair, place the head back down. You may feel you've gained an extra centimeter of length in the neck. And then we're just going to wiggle the shoulder blades a touch down the back. Now lift the heels, pull the toes towards you, place the heels down, and then relax. Let the toes fall out. Backs of the hands are to the floor, fingers are gently curling in. So every time we come to our mat, we have a different body. So we just spend some time getting to know what we're working with today. So this is dependent on the quality of the rest we've had, what food we've had, or caffeine, how much water. Also anything to do with stress or agitation, or maybe joy and lightness. So all of these things have an impact to how open or tight your body feels. So we'll just scan from the feet to the crown of the head, checking for any pockets of tension. And you can breathe into these areas, and as you exhale, let them go. And tension can hide in really unusual places, so check between the eyebrows, behind the ears, maybe the outside of the thumb, the front of the ankles, the sacrum, the hip flexors, backs of the knees, top of the calf. And as you relax an area, maybe another area comes into focus. So beginning our class, completely open to whatever's going to come. Becoming acquainted with our physiology today. And we try to look with a mind of intrigue rather than judgment. So no day is better or worse than any other, it's just different. As soon as we start adding a qualitative value, we start restricting our ability to experience and to work with the body. And now we'll come to the rise and fall of the belly. So not changing the breath, just witnessing. And we use our awareness on the breath to really help root us in our practice, in these bodies, for the next period of time. So we've checked out our physical body. So now we're going to check up on the mind. What's the quality of the thoughts or images? And often when we turn the mind on itself, or turn awareness onto the mind, it empties. And then we're going to come deeper into the body, and let's feel if we can get a sense of the energetic body. So this may present as a vibration, a buzz, a tingle, a hum, maybe a sense of lightness. It's often easier to feel in the extremities, so hands, feet, legs and arms, maybe the lips, the back of the head. It may be really quiet, it may be quite vibrant. You may feel nothing at all. So don't get too caught up in the concept of what you're looking for. If it's not immediately obvious, don't stress. Just looking, just turning inwards is the practice. Wonderful. We're ready to move now. So we take our awareness to the whole of the back line, and we get a feel for all the contact points, all the places that we're being supported by the floor. It's a scan from the heels to the back of the head. Get an idea of the shape, the weight or the pressure, maybe the texture, the temperature. And feel the stability of the earth, unwavering, giving you perfect support. And now moving to all the places the body curves away from the floor and floats in space. See if you can feel the air around these points, maybe the fabric of your clothes. And we're ready to move. Next inhale, we're going to float the right leg up to the chest, taking the hands around the top of the shin. And we're going to, as we exhale, gently ease the knee into the body, so finding compression of the hip flexor. If this isn't comfortable to hold the top of the shin, you can hold the hamstring behind the knee and perform the same action. So we're moving on the exhale. So as we exhale, there's this natural softening through the body. So we utilize this in our asana practice to come deeper into postures and to find greater opening and softening. So you may hear I use the Ujjayi breath. So if you know the Ujjayi breath, you can come into this. Help support your practice. Draw your hearing into the body. If you don't know the Ujjayi breath, we'll do another video just to explain this. One more deep inhale, exhale for compression. And then taking the knee in just the right hand, we're going to open to the right side, feeling into the groin. You can flex the right foot. See how this changes the sensation of the posture. And we're breathing here. So it's tricky to let the groins go. There should be no pain. There can be discomfort. We always work with discomfort in yoga, but not pain. Wonderful. One more deep inhale, exhale, let the knee fall open. And then we'll inhale back to center, switching the hands. And now keep the right hip in contact with the mat to begin. Release the right arm out. We're going to guide that knee across to the left side. So you should feel the piriformis and some of the glutes getting an opening here. If this isn't deep enough for you, then you can let the hip lift a couple of inches. So long as the right shoulder stays down, and you'll find the stretch deepening. And we're breathing here. So I always open my self-practice with this short routine. It's a great way to get into the hips, get some gentle opening, and find your way to the body. Maintaining a lovely, long, slow breath. And inhaling back to center. We'll give the knee another squeeze in as we exhale. And then we're going to float the leg back to the mat. Let the toes of both feet fall outwards. And then we're going to scan the right side and the left side. And notice the difference between the two legs now. One should feel lighter and longer. One shorter and heavier. See if you can feel this. And now we'll take our awareness to the buttocks. So notice if one side feels more open and spread, one tighter and slightly higher. So it's good to notice that even really simple postures, so we've done three postures, or even not even postures, 3 stretches, and it can create an enormous amount of openness and lightness in the body. And we'll come to the left side. So inhale, floating the left knee up, taking the hands around the top of the shin, and using the exhale to ease the knee into the torso. And again, you can hold behind the knee on the hamstring if holding the shin doesn't work for you. And we stay here and we breathe. And also notice the difference now between the right and left hip flexors. So we're not often very balanced. And this isn't so that we can beat ourselves up about imbalances, it's just so that we know how to work intelligently. If one side may need a couple of extra seconds of stretch. Wonderful. Release the right arm to the mat. And we'll guide the left knee over to the left side, feeling into that groin. And seeing on the exhale, if you can just let the knee fall open a touch further. Wonderful. Inhaling back to center. Switch the hands again. And use the right hand to guide the knee to the right side. But keep your left buttock down. Just to begin. See if that's a deep enough opening. If not, then you can let the left buttock lift. Continue the rotation slightly. And you may feel a better stretch for your body. We'll take another inhale, exhale here. And then inhaling back to center. Give the knee another squeeze in as you exhale. And then floating the leg back to the mat. We'll scan both sides, right and left. Check, have we evened out? Do the buttocks feel evenly spread? The hips equally open? And we'll continue. So bending the knees up, placing the soles of the feet to the floor, heels in close to the buttocks, palms of the hands are face down either side of the bum. And we're going to take an early bridge, but we're not coming to a full bridge here. We're going to roll in and roll out. So as we inhale, we peel the pelvis off, rolling the pelvis towards you. Come up one vertebrae at a time. And then as you exhale, we're just rolling back down again. And follow your breath. It may be different to mine. Inhaling, rolling up through the spine, articulating the pelvis. And exhale, rolling down. You may become a little higher with each inhale. And keep your knees in the same relationship for the whole practice, so stop them from flapping open. And last time, when the pelvis lands, just make sure that it finds its neutral position. So rocking it back towards you, so moving your pubic bone up towards the sternum and then away till you find that sense of ease where the spine is neutral. We're just going to drop the knees left and right now, just to wake up the spine, the side waist. You can separate the knees, do one at a time if you wish. And next time over to the right, we're going to roll onto our right side and make our way over to our knees. So we're coming for extended child's posture. So I always use the wide-kneed child's posture. So knees as wide as the mat, big toes are touching. And we're sitting back. We're attempting to sit on the heels. So you'll see that my buttocks don't make it to my heels. My thighs don't allow. Arms are extended in front of us. Fingers are spread. And we're going to place the forehead down. So if this is uncomfortable on the knees, you can use a cushion under your bum to lift up your seat, give you some support. So this should be relatively easeful. You can wiggle the hips side to side if you wish, rolling the head side to side until you find that comfortable spot. So if at any point in the practice you'd like to rest, you can come here and just breathe. And now we're going to tune more fully into the breath and watch the effect of the breath on the body. So your shoulder blades may move apart as you inhale, the spine may undulate, the ribs may open down to the floor. Maybe you can feel your pelvis rocking. So we're tuning our awareness in, becoming more and more sensitive to the minor fluctuations of the body as we breathe. So we're going to take our awareness now to the fingertip pads, so where your fingerprints are. And we're going to leave our awareness there as we inhale, exhale, and see if you feel the pressure change. So every breath we take moves us from fingertips to toes. And no matter what the posture, no matter how much strain we're under or physical strength it takes to stay there, we don't want to interrupt this flow of breath. And the more refined your awareness becomes, the bigger these movements feel. You're actually not moving any more than you were, but they feel larger. And we're going to continue to move. So walking the hands over to the right side now, until you feel a stretch all the way from your left little finger to your left hip crease. So you should feel a stretch down the tricep, maybe the armpit, the lats, intercostal muscles and part of the side waist. And we're going to breathe deeply into the left side. So we want to use the breath to open the whole of the left side. So we're not forcing into the stretch, we're breathing into the stretch. One more deep inhale, exhale. Wonderful. We'll walk back through center, over to the left side now until you feel the same stretch from the right little finger this time, all the way to the right hip crease. And let the breath open your body. So we're compressing one of the lungs now, so the left lung is reduced in capacity. Look how your body accommodates the breath. Maybe the ribs roll slightly open on the right side as you inhale. And we're not adding to these movements, we're just witnessing them. So if we don't tense into our postures, the body has plenty of room for breath, and it will find the room for the breath. Wonderful. Walking the hands back to center now. Our extended child's posture. Rest the forehead down, but this time we're going to engage the arms. So drawing the shoulder blades down the back, we'll have pressure into the palms. You'll feel you can push your hips back more towards the heels. So we're engaging the back line of the body. So there's not so much room for the breath to expand backwards. So where does it go? See if you can feel. Wonderful. And we're going to move. So inhaling, we're going to float the spine up in one piece, coming to a tabletop posture. So we want the hands directly under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Find a stable posture here. The spine is neutral, so trying to find length from the tail all the way to the occiput, maybe out of the crown of the head as well. And we're going to take cow and cat postures here. So we're doing this to articulate the spine and get things moving. So we're going to inhale, drop the belly, drop the chest, look at the front edge of your mat. And now exhale, contracting under the buttocks, up into the spine, push up between the shoulder blades, look down between your hands and knees, and follow your breath. So inhaling, dropping the belly, dropping the chest, gaze at the front of your mat so we're not jarring into the neck. And exhale, rounding up into the spine. And flow with your own breath. Now we all have different capacities, but try and complete the movement with the breath. So as your neck starts to warm up, maybe you look a little further forward than the front edge of your mat. And we'll just take one more of each. From wherever you are. And we'll meet together in a neutral spine. You can take a wiggle, hip side to side. Reset the spine. So we're going to bring some more dynamic movement into our posture now to build some heat and strength through the body. So yoga is a combination of both. We want strength, length, flexibility, energy. So we're going to take our arm and leg raises. So we're going to begin by inhaling, floating the right arm up beside the head, and you can stay here. Or if you want to come further, inhale, floating the left leg up, press through the heel. So we're trying to keep that heel in line with the hip so the leg isn't flying away. And we're reaching from the heel to fingertips. If you're just doing the arms, reach forward through those fingertips, finding length. But the right shoulder blade is still drawing down the back, so we're not overextending the ribs, keeping everything in alignment. Reach heel to fingertips, one more inhale. And exhale, hand and knee come back down. So we're coming to the left side. Inhale, left arm floats first, shoulder blade down the back, hand facing the midline. And then we'll inhale, float the right leg up, pressing through the heel. Left shoulder blade down the ribs. Heel isn't flying away of the right foot. Keep it in line with the hip. One more, inhale for length. And exhale, hand and knee back down. We'll take another cow and cat just to reset the spine. So inhaling, dropping the chest, dropping the belly. Maybe looking forward, exhaling, contract under the buttocks, up into the stomach. For angry cat, coming to a neutral spine. We're going to take a spinal twist here. So pressing more firmly into the left palm, we're going to inhale, sweep the right arm open, show your chest to the side. As you exhale, sweep the back of the hand along the mat, coming to land on the right shoulder, head is down. And so now with each exhale, we're rolling a touch more onto the right shoulder. So we're stretching all of the muscles around the right shoulder blade. If you can't reach down with the right shoulder, you can kick the left foot out like a bicycle stand. You'll notice your pelvis opens and you have more space. So exhaling, you can use the left hand to push you a bit more onto the right shoulder. So the muscles of the shoulder blade, or around the shoulder blade I should say, do a lot of work for us in yoga. So it's good to give them some attention. One more deep inhale, exhale to open. Wonderful. Now pressing down in the left hand, we'll inhale, uncurl, sweep the right arm back to the sky before placing it on the mat. Reset your spine, make sure you've got good alignment. Now pressing down in the right hand, sweep your left hand, open the chest, and then exhale, back of the hand along the mat. Come to land on your left shoulder. And we're breathing here. Rolling onto the left, maybe using the right for a bit of extra purchase, maybe lifting your right knee up so that you can kick it out like a bicycle stand. So find your posture. One more inhale, exhale here, open the shoulder blade. And then we inhale, uncurl, sweep the left arm back to the sky before placing it on the mat. Again, finding a neutral spine in tabletop. We're going to lean forward, tuck the toes, and now we have three options. So we're going to push back with the hands, and we're stretching the Achilles, the soles of the feet, the toes. This may be enough for you. If you want to come deeper, you can lift the knees. So you'll notice the intensity of the Achilles growing. And if you want to come even further, we're going to send the hips high. So working towards our first downward dog. So the knees can remain bent if you wish. And this isn't a static posture. So we're moving here. When we come into downward dog, we want to ease the body out. You can sway the hips and get into the side of the torso. You can walk the knees, stretching the hamstrings. So take any movements that feel good for your body, whatever you know you might need to find some more ease. And then we're going to settle for a moment of stillness. Make sure the middle finger is pointing directly forward. Spread the fingers, rooting down, index finger and thumb knuckle. And we're breathing here. Really send the tailbone high. So this is a posture of active rest. So in the beginning, it doesn't often feel that restful. But over time, as we build strength, it actually can be quite a relief in a strenuous class when you get here. So gazing between the feet. We'll take one more inhale. And as we exhale, walking the feet forward between the hands, coming to a forward fold. So feet can be hip width apart here. And we're taking movement. So this is our first forward fold. Sway the hips. You can bend one knee, then the other. Finding ease through the body. Let the head be heavy so we're not looking forward. We're looking between the legs, somewhere around here. Take any movements that feel good for you. Slowly building ourselves up to standing systematically through the body.
Wonderful. We're going to come to stillness and we're going to bring the toes, the big toes together. So the heels will be an inch apart. So we do that so we protect the sacrum. And you can also, if this isn't comfortable for you, you can have the feet about an inch or so apart in parallel. So whichever works for you. So we're coming up, we're going to do our awkward pose or our chair posture. I feel like awkward pose is a bit more suited as a name. So we have two options, taking the hands to the thighs, fingers pointing towards the knees. We're going to inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the thighs together and sit the buttocks down. We're rolling the shoulders back. And this is our awkward posture. We can round the tailbone under and you'll see it lengthens your lower back a little bit and you can get some more depth. If you'd like to add the arms there beside the head and you're reaching through the fingertips but you're pulling the shoulder blades down the back, so keeping space for your ears. And we're breathing, so inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, natural softening of the body. We soften down. I'll explain this in more detail in a moment. Inhale, lift the chest. So heat may be building in the thighs and we stay away from the drama, and we do that by staying with the breath. One more inhale. And exhaling, folding forwards. Let it go. So notice any unpleasant sensations leave you as soon as you come away from the posture. And now we're going to take a slow roll up. So before we start, we're going to take 4 breaths to do so, and we're only going to move as we inhale. So bending the knees deeply, we're going to inhale, roll up a few inches and pause for the exhale. Inhale, rolling up a few inches and pause for the exhale. Inhale, rolling up, pause to exhale. See, that's the natural softening we're talking about when we exhale, and inhale, rolling all the way up to standing. Stepping to the top of our mats, big toes touch, heels apart, hands at prayer at heart center, thumbs into the sternum, shoulders back. Lift under the buttocks, spread your toes, and we'll breathe here. Close the eyes. So let the blood pressure settle. And feel the gentle sway of your body from the feet to the crown of your head. So there are all these micro adjustments that your body is making to keep you upright. And you don't have to think about it, not since you were a toddler and you learned to walk. So there's lots of effort going on by the body just to stand here. And gently open your eyes. So we're going to take a modified Hatha A sun salutation. So we're adding plenty of extra breath. So we want to come into our bodies, open the hips, and find some stability, strength, and opening. So we'll take an inhale, exhale together. And we're ready to move. We inhale, sweeping the arms up. You can gaze up with the hands, and we're pausing here. Make sure the tummy is lifted. And we're breathing, shoulders down the back. One more inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Let the head be heavy. We'll stay in the forward fold for a couple of breaths. The knees can be bent if you wish. And we're inhaling now to our flat back. So fingertips are to the floor. And we're reaching the heart through. So we're trying to draw the heart forwards. Rather than just thinking about the spine and the back, this will help us find length. You can have the knees bent here. You can also take the hands to the thighs for support. But we're breathing here. Noticing as we inhale, there's a lift of the spine. As we exhale, there's a natural softening. One more breath in. As we exhale, we fold, and we also step back with the right foot. Set up a long lunge. And then we place the right knee, shin, top of the foot down. And we're drawing the left hip back. The right hip is screwing forwards. So this will keep your pelvis stable and square. And now we're inhaling, floating the arms up beside the head.
And we're breathing here. Shoulder blades down the back. Two more breaths. Try and reach the pelvis towards the left heel. One more inhale. Maybe the sternum lifts at the front. And exhale, we're coming down to high plank. So pressing through your heels, reaching heels to the crown of the head. We'll take another inhale. You can put your knees to the mat if you wish. Inhaling and exhaling, chaturanga, coming down all the way to your belly. Untucking the toes. Inhale, draw the chest through the hands for a baby back bend. Keep your elbows into the body. And we're breathing here. Notice as you inhale, the spine lifts. And as you exhale, there's a softening. One more inhale. And exhaling, pushing back through tabletop, and we're finding our downward dog if you're coming. 2 breaths here. You can walk the dog. Exhale. Now inhaling. And exhale, right foot comes forward. You can grab the foot to give it an assist. Placing the back knee shin, top of the foot down, right knee above right ankle, and then we inhale, sweeping up. And now draw the right hip back, left hip forward, stabilize your pelvis, reach up through the fingertips, lightness in the torso. Shoulder blades down the back. We're going to take an inhale, maybe lift the sternum, and exhale to forward fold, step forward. Head is heavy, 1 inhale to flat back, exhale fold, and now that slow roll up 4 times, so inhale to move, and we pause to exhale. Inhale, rolling up, and we pause for the exhale. Inhale, roll up. Pause for the exhale. And inhaling, rolling all the way up to standing. Find your Samasthiti. So we're going to take the left side slightly faster, and then we'll do right and left. 1 breath, 1 movement, which is up to speed. And we're ready to go. So inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, we'll hold the flat back. Reach that heart through. 1 more inhale, reaching the heart. Exhale, fold. We'll start with the left foot this time. So left foot is back, left knee shin, top of the foot down. Inhale, sweep up, 2 breaths. Another inhale, maybe the chest lifts. And exhaling to high plank. 1 inhale here. Maybe the knees are down, exhale, chaturanga. Untuck the toes, and now maybe it's a cobra. Inhale again here, and then exhale through tabletop to downward dog. 1 more inhale. And exhale, left foot forward. Right knee shin, top of the foot down, we sweep our chest open. 1 inhale, maybe the chest lifts, and exhale to forward fold. Take an inhale, flat back, and this time we're going to dive up in one piece as we inhale. Hands to prayer at heart center, Samasthiti. Now we're going to do right and left, 1 breath, 1 movement, and then we're going to come back down to the mat. And we're ready to go. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right foot back. Find your lunge. Right knee shin, top of the foot. 1 breath in. And exhale all the way to the mat. And now maybe coming through for upward dog. Exhale, hips high, downward dog. A breath in. And out. We'll take an extra breath here. Exhale, right foot forward. Maybe you grab it.
One inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. And dive up one piece. We'll come straight down. Left side. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left foot back. One inhale, sweeping up. Open your body. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And hips high, exhale. We'll take one more inhale here. And step forward, left foot. Inhale, sweeping up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. And dive up one piece. Hands come to prayer at heart center. We'll take a pause here. Closing the eyes, lift under the buttocks. Feel the gentle sway of the body. And we'll make those inquiries, so checking in physical body, any areas of lightness or tightness. Quality of the mind. Shape, texture, frequency. And then to the energetic body. So maybe a lightness or a tingling, a hum, a buzz, a vibration. Wonderful. And we're going to move our way down to the floor again. So gently opening your eyes, preparing to move. Here we go. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And now we just walk the feet back to high plank. Hold your high plank. So we're going to add a Vashisthasana, a side plank here. So right hand comes to the middle of the mat. Right knee comes down. We turn onto the left foot and sweep the left arm open to the sky. So this is side plank. And the most important thing is to lift the lower side waist as though we're lying over a barrel. And we're breathing here. You can gaze up to the left thumb or down to the right hand. So no strain in the neck. And maintain your breath. One more inhale. And we'll exhale. Left hand comes down, coming back through plank. So we set up the posture nicely. Left hand under your face. Left knee down. Turn the right foot out and then sweep the right arm up to the sky. And either looking up to the right thumb or down to the left hand. Lift your lower side waist, right shoulder down the back. One more deep inhale. And then exhale, right hand to the mat, coming to plank. You can keep your both knees down if you wish. And we're going to lower down last Chaturanga. Untuck the toes. And maybe it's upward dog or cobra. And now we're going to push back to our extended child's pose. So knees as wide as the mat. You can wiggle onto the heels. Forehead resting down. Take a few breaths here. Does this posture feel any different from 30 minutes ago? Wonderful. So before we come down, we're going to walk the hands back towards us. We're going to take a thunderbolt posture. So I have a lot of resistance to these postures that stretch your knees and your thighs. I had problems with my knees from being a dancer.
And we're going to sit back on the heels, knees are together, and you ideally want your buttocks on the heels. So mine are only just touching. So there's a lot of work going on in my thighs. Let me just move the pack out of the way. So hands to the thighs, draw the belly in. Spine has its natural double S curve. And we're sitting up straight. And we're going to close the eyes, rolling the shoulders back, utilizing the natural softening. So this may be inaccessible to you as a posture, so you could try it sitting on a cushion under your bum, but if it's too much, you can just leave this one out. We will be down on the floor in any minute. So we're going to inhale, sense of lift in the spine. Exhale, see if you can let go just a bit. There we go. You may feel your buttocks coming into more contact with the heels. So I always feel quite claustrophobic in this posture. It's not my favorite. But often these are the ones we need to give some time to. And it's interesting to see these emotions that come up when doing physical posture. One more inhale here. And exhaling, leaning forwards. We're just going to lower down onto our bellies. Stretch the right arm out and come to lie on our backs. So heels are coming as wide as the mat, backs of the hands to the floor. We're just going to take a moment here. We'll make those 3 inquiries. So scanning the physical body, the muscles, the bones, the sinew. Check the quality of your mind. And then the energetic body. So maybe it's a buzz, vibration, hum. We'll do some more practices focusing on that, trying to discover what it is I mean. Wonderful. So we're going to come to a bridge posture, so a true bridge this time, so bringing your heels into your buttocks. So you should almost be able to touch your heels relatively easily. Making sure you have good alignment to begin. Pelvis should be neutral. So palms of the hands are face down either side of the buttocks. And we come in the same way we did before. So we're going to roll up as we inhale, trying to be really precise about how we articulate the pelvis and the spine. And when we do come in, please just look straight at the ceiling. Don't look left or right towards a screen. Just try and listen for the instructions. I'll try and be precise and get you in and out safely. So we're going to inhale, rolling the pelvis towards us and coming up 1 vertebra at a time, until we get to what feels like the top of our bridge. So you may be quite high, you may only be an inch off the floor, it doesn't matter. So long as you're working with your body and we're breathing here. So we're trying to let the hamstrings take the lion's share of the work. So if you can understand what I mean, we're going to try and draw the knees towards the direction the toes are pointing. So moving them to the bottom of the mat, and you may feel your hamstrings really get involved now. And we're going to use those as we inhale to try and get another inch of height. So it takes the pressure out of the back, out of the hamstrings. 2 more deep breaths here. One more inhale, and as we exhale, you can lift the heels to roll the spine down 1 vertebra at a time until the pelvis lands. Rock your pelvis back and forward until you find the neutral point. So it should just have a sense of lightness, and like that's where you're meant to be. We're going to take Happy Baby. So to say before we come into Happy Baby, your tailbone should be down now, your sacrum, and you want that to stay down. So you either hold behind the knees, the ankles, or the toes, but you see here my bum is rolling off the mat. Only grab your toes if you can keep the whole length of the sacrum in contact. So different days it will be available, some days not. And we're breathing here. So whether you're holding the knees or the ankles, explore the floor with your back. I think it's the most beautifully named posture. I think we've all seen a happy baby doing this. Wonderful. We're going to hug the knees in, round the spine. You can actually draw the tailbone off the mat. Maybe draw the forehead up and give the back a massage. And then coming to lie on the mat again, legs straight. So we're going to take a supine twist. This is our last posture. And then we're going to come for a short meditation together to close our practice. So bending up the right knee, place the sole of the foot to the floor to begin. And we want to move the whole of the pelvis to the right side, about 3 or 4 inches. So you're going to be lying in a curved shape. It feels kind of awkward. But when we roll across into the twist, the spine will be perfectly aligned. So drawing the right knee up to the chest, hold it with the left hand. Right arm is out at 90 degrees to the body. Inhale here. And as you exhale, draw the right knee over to the left and don't let the right shoulder lift up. So we're only twisting as far as we can. As soon as the right shoulder starts to become light, that's our twist. Maybe you need to shimmy a little higher onto the left hip, but your spine should be perfectly straight now. And then if you wish, you can look at your right thumb to complete the twist. And so this softening on the exhale that we've been working on, really see if you can use it here. So the muscles that are being twisted here and the glutes, they're big muscles. So really be sensitive to the breath. So inhaling and see if you can let them go as you exhale. There we go. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths here. And last time, really enjoy this one. Wonderful. Now coming back to center, making sure to move your pelvis back to the middle. We'll straighten the right leg, bend the left knee up, sole of the foot to the floor. And now we move the pelvis to the left side, 2 to 4 inches. It feels weird, but you'll see again as we roll, we come up onto the hip in good alignment. Left arm is out at 90 degrees. Holding onto the left knee with the right hand, and we're going to guide it over to the right side. Keeping the left shoulder down. The moment it feels like it's going to lift, that's your twist, and you stop there. And you gaze towards the left thumb, complete the twist, tailbone to the crown of your head, and use the exhale. Two more breaths here. Wonderful. Rolling back onto your back, making sure to square your pelvis, and we'll straighten the legs out once more. If you'd like to hug the knees in, you can. It's not absolutely necessary. So finding our Shavasana. So heels as wide as the mat, maybe even wider, backs of the hands to the floor, palms facing up. So we're going to come in, find good alignment. So as we did in the beginning, we're going to press into the heels, lift the pelvis, round the tailbone, so the pubic bone is going to move towards your sternum, and then place the lower back down. You'll feel a greater amount of your lower back in contact with the floor. You can lift your head, tuck your chin a touch, and place the head down. We're going to walk the shoulder blades just under a little bit. You'll feel your heart and your chest open. And then finally lift the heels, flex the feet, and then place the heels back down. You could actually do that with your wrists. Bend your wrists up and then place them down. And you should feel your body spread on the mat. And we'll just take a few gentle breaths into the belly. So leaving the way we came in. And we'll make our inquiries, so scanning your physical body, blood, bone, sinew. Check for any areas of tension that remain. And try and relax them, so maybe between the eyebrows, the back of the ankle, the side of the knee, maybe somewhere around the thumb, the wrist. And then we'll check the quality of the mind. And now to the energetic body, so that vibration, buzz, hum, or lightness, however it presents for you. So this is where we integrate our practice into our being. We let go of all techniques. We can feel the echo of our practice in our body, but the practice is done. Now is time for relaxation. You can let go of the breath, the body, the mind, and just melt into the floor. And we'll stay here a moment or two before we close our practice. If your mind has wandered, just draw it back now by wriggling your fingers and toes. Taking a full body stretch. Draw the knees up to the chest. And we're going to roll over to the right side. Use your right arm as a pillow. And we'll take a few moments of rest here. And when you're ready, making your way to your comfortable seated meditation posture, and we'll cast our practice out together. So finding your comfortable meditation posture, whether that's cross-legged or kneeling. Feel for a sense of lift up through the body. Spine is tall. And we draw our hands to our heart, either in prayer mudra, or one hand on the heart, the other hand on top. And we can dedicate our practice, so drawing to mind anyone you know who's struggling with the restrictions we're under, or just for people in general. It's always good to give away the benefit of your practice. And we bow that out. And say thank you for our practice today. And hopefully see you soon.